Okay, maybe Ganyu. Sea of Clouds, Sea of People. Go to quest. The illuminated beast Sea of the Clouds. Talk to the Jade Chamber secretaries. There's 3 secretaries originally with the Jade Chamber. Something to do. So we're gonna do the Ganyu story quest. So ridiculous. And I gotta go get something to eat.
How much work there is to do, even for the 3 of us.
Why, is it a 4-person job? But that's for 3 of you?
And she's been handling it alone all along. The Qixing secretary clearly isn't an ordinary person. It's so frustrating.
So she's a non-ordinary person.
Huh? You're...
Traveler. Hi, says Paimon. Or, like, waves. Paimon.
Aren't you Ningguang's servants? How come you're here?
Because sometimes people who are in heavenly places can go down to Earth at some point, even though everybody's down to Earth, but metaphorically speaking.
We are Miss Ningguang's private secretaries, not servants.
Well, I could argue what the difference is, but oh well. It's still a servant to the higher up, so there you go.
Have you seen Miss Ganyu, Traveler?
No.
It has been several days since Ganyu left.
No.
Even though the Qixing have made peace with the Adepti after the latter had denounced, they
No.
commissioned Ganyu as their envoy to deliver a letter to Julian Karst and bring the Adepti the latest news about the crisis.
Is there another crisis I gotta deal with? Does more people have more problems? More people have more problems.
Still, Ganyu should have been back to her usual responsibilities by now, but she's disappeared without a trace.
She should have come back to do her usual thing, but she hasn't done so, cliché.
Is that so? Maybe Ganyu just took a little detour. Who can blame her after working so hard?
Is anybody blaming her? They're just concerned where she is. If anything, blaming her is like, oh, she didn't do her work, get back to work. But this time it's like, well, why didn't she show up to work? I don't understand.
I'm afraid it's not very likely. Ever since we met Ms. Ganyu, she's been nothing but the most conscientious person in all of Liyue.
Okay.
Even when it's time for her annual leave, Ms. Ganyu stays on duty at Yue High Pavilion saying there is still so much to do.
Kinda like me, when I have a gigantic backlog of video games I have to get to, and so many other quests on Genshin that Patrick wants to see me do.
She couldn't possibly be using her mission as an excuse to slack off.
Why do you think she's slacking off?
Oh, Paimon sees how it is. But she's half Adeptus. She wouldn't get in trouble, right? Why do you look so upset?
Has anyone who's ever an Adepti ever gotten in trouble before? I don't know. But because they see Ganyu as a human herself, so they think it's like a human thing, but somehow it's a half Adeptus thing. Just see it as a human thing, split the difference, and just say, probably she's slacking off.
It's because of this absurd workload of hers.
Uh-huh.
When we first heard the 3 of us would be taking over for Miss Ganyu, we thought it would simply be a matter of changing our work environment.
No, but this time it's about overcompensating and forcing yourself to do way more than you should.
We couldn't have imagined that Miss Ganyu's daily workload far exceeds what the 3 of us...
Sheesh.
We don't even know how long we've been working. We feel guilty for taking even a short breather like we are now.
Kinda how I feel when I have to go to work.
Looks like you got a serious emergency on your hands.
We gotta get Ganyu back because not even 3 people can handle the work of one person who is somehow able to handle the work single-handedly.
Speaking of Julian Karst, Traveler, I've heard that...
Fine.
Of course, we've been there lots of times.
Okay.
Oh, that's good news. Could you go to Julian Karst and find Miss Ganyu for us? Preferably before we collapse under this workload.
I'll do it. Lives are at stake here.
Oh, we're saved. I remember Miss Ganyu said that she'd be visiting Cloud Retainer's abode. You might as well start looking for her there.
Lives are at stake here. The stakes have never been higher. Also, the prize is not steak.
It's about time she came back to work. Otherwise...
No, perhaps we should go to Lady Ningguang first and bring up our overtime pay again.
Overtime? Oh god. Are you actually... God, overtime pay. Alright, I'm doing the Ganyu story quest. Seeing clouds, seeing people. Oh god.
So
Literally.
Ganyu left to visit Cloud Retainer. Doesn't she?
Doesn't she? Yes. Anyways, yes. Anyways, we're here.
The person standing over there. That's Ganyu. We finally found her.
Yes. Why are you standing here?
Ganyu, here you are.
Yes, here she is.
You two. I did not expect to meet you here. Is it official or private affairs that bring you here?
Private.
I shouldn't. I have left the human world.
How?
Please contact the U.
Huh? You don't want to be the Chising secretary?
That's why you're here? You want me to come back? I'm afraid you came here in vain.
She's like, I quit! I don't want to play this game anymore.
What?
The clouds fold and unfold. The tide ebbs and flows. It was meant to be.
The clouds are telling me I should quit my job.
When the Adepti entrusted humans with overseeing Liyue, I knew it was only a matter of time until I had to leave.
Really? So you feel like you have no place after having to do with the Liyue anymore?
My Adepti blood makes me unwelcome in Liyue Harbor.
Really?
I delivered the letter and came back to Liyue Harbor, only to discover that I had been replaced by Baiwen, Baishao, and Baishu.
Bashir.
Perhaps
The
that mission
three
of mine
Bs.
was just a pretext to remove me. Since the Chising gave me a chance to leave with dignity, I decided to be tactful as well.
Nobody wants to get rid of you. If anything, the secretaries can handle it.
I appreciate your kindness, but there's no need for your words of comfort.
Because any emotional attempt will be circumvented by my crass logic.
After 1,000 years away, I came back to Juyun Karst. Looking at the clouds floating among the mountains brings me peace of mind. I feel better now.
Are we gonna somehow drag her back to work?
But
Who disturbs the peace of these mountains?
Who steps foot in my domain? In a female voice.
Cloud Retainer, we're terribly sorry. We just...
One merely jests. One felt your presence the moment you set foot upon this land.
In other words, I'm joking. Please continue.
Wow, you Adepti really are impressive.
Come here to chat about the old times with Ganyu. It looks like you get along.
Old times.
A matter leaves you at an impasse then.
I want to quit my job, but they're telling me not to quit my job.
Not to worry. One is exceptional at seeking avenues for conversation. One has been one's own companion in idle talk for many a year.
That's a very big way for saying, I know what to, let's talk. We've been together for a while.
Ah, yes. Since you are Ganyu's friends, tales from her youth shall one apprise you of, perhaps?
I've heard of stories from Patrick, if you've ever gotten a friendship level of 6 about Ganyu's past, so I'll leave Patrick to explain this to everyone in the video editing.
Oh, Cloud Retainer.
No, don't bring that up. Please don't bring that up. Whatever you do, don't bring that up.
Nothing to be ashamed of. You were so cute as a child. One is most certain that your friends would like to hear of it.
I really wonder why the Traveler is saying now. That's a good topic. I'm a bit curious indeed. God, why?
Oh, Paimon wants to hear it.
God, why?
Little Ganyu loved when the horns on the top of her head were caressed.
Uh-huh.
When one was still taking care of her, one was pestered most often to touch her horns. She was elsewise loath to sleep.
So it's just the horns.
Plump she was back then. Why, when she stumbled while we ascended the mountain, she would roll down to the bottom like a little ball.
There it is! There it is!
The day Ganyu bumped into a pilgrim was the first time she saw a real human in the flesh.
Right.
So fearful she was that she hid in a rock's cleft for 2 days and nights. One found her wailing of a monster she had seen.
Don't bring up the old days where I was overweight.
Cloud Retainer? Forget it. about time for my training.
It's the guy from JoJo.
It's also, one of my earlier friends that I've seen a while back. I think you have said Ganyu. I think you, went straight to the weight problems.
Ah, one's intention was merely to relieve the awkward tension.
By bringing up an uncomfortable moment, which she probably didn't want to do.
And you did the exact opposite. Impressive.
Yeah, well, I am pretty sure many artists and animators have gone over reimagining Ganyu's past, so I will leave that up to everybody else's imagination.
Be that so? Huh, but returning to Ganyu, most gladdened one is of your arrival. One cannot help but feel that remaining in Jueyun Karst shall not be good for her.
Because she needs to get back to work.
I will tell you more about her, if you should permit it.
Do it.
Most benevolent among all Adepti are the Qilin. They drink only spring water and eat only whole grain.
Only carbs?
But perhaps the mountainous dwellings of Adepti in Jueyun Karst might be too lonely for her human side. Under moonlight did one see her last. She stood by the precipice's edge, and upon the mist-veiled mountains she gazed. Her thin figure was immersed in the vast sea of clouds. One noticed her loneliness, and sought to convince her to go back to the human world. But, just then, she said thus.
Liyue Harbor feels even lonelier than Jueyun Karst. When I look at the sea of clouds in Jueyun Karst, I merely feel the loneliness of a solitary cloud gazer. When I step into the sea of people in Liyue, I feel the loneliness of an inhuman that doesn't belong in the human world.
One did, by chance, hear this much of Ganyu's thoughts.
So you also read her thoughts as well.
Alone, she will find her predicament hard to conquer. One hopes that you will accompany her.
She found it hard to lose all that weight, and now I somehow have to help her to finish the process.
Oh, Retainer's right. We can't leave Ganyu depressed like that. Besides, Liyue hasn't given up on her. She's got it all wrong.
Why did she have it all wrong?
Anyways, what's that training Ganyu was talking about?
She has sought to reclaim her Adeptus side since returning to Jueyun Karst. At her behest, one has organized training for her to achieve that end.
She should be in the southern part of Mount Aotsong right now, preparing for the trial.
That voice sounds different.
Huh, is that so?
Okay. It's time to go to the whatever the hell it is. Here it is. Where is it? There? There. There you be. There you are, Ganyu.
So here you are, Ganyu.
So, I don't know if this story quest is like a metaphor for like heavenly and earthly domains where she was a heavenly person trying to fit into earthly domains. But it's different because she has horns like she's an infernal being, but she's still like a heavenly sort of type, the Sea of Clouds. But I don't know, it's almost inverted somehow.
Why did you come here?
I don't know.
Humans should not remain in the realm of Adepti for too long.
Why?
Considering the kindness you have shown me, I can let you stay for the Adeptus training.
What does it
This
involve?
trial was prepared by Cloud Retainer. Its goal is to help me feel like an Adeptus again. The training is much to her signature style.
What is it?
Difficult?
No, I'm aware of your strength, Traveler.
Even though the
power hidden
traveler
within
isn't
you
even
is
a
not
human,
inferior to
but
mine.
everyone just assumes they are.
What if they're not?
If you're ready, we shall begin the training.
Is it cardio? Where is it? Oh god, mental activate within. How do I get up there? How do I get up there? How do I get up there? I don't know how to get up there. Do I have to climb up there? Hold enter aiming mode. Oh, that!
She's a bow character.
Okay. There we go. 3. Oh. Three, 2, 1. And now we go back through here. I heard you're close. Yeah. 3. Can I even get it all the way from back here? No? Nah, screw it. I actually have to jump. Oh, God. Oh, I screwed up. Oh, I screwed up bad.
A few moments later.
There's a lot of gliding around. It does feel like something Cloud Retainer would come up with.
Mm-hmm. Aim up here. Got it. Oh crap, do I have to aim all the way up there? Stationary target, long range target. I'm talking like a frickin' robot here. Alright, where's that at? Oh! Up! Up! Why? Why? Why?
Contract goes...
Ah! My God!
A few minutes later.
Oh, I'm supposed to... Oh my God, I'm stupid. I'm supposed to aim from there. My God. Alright, 2 minutes left. Or 3 minutes left. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Oh, I somehow grabbed back on the ledge. 3, 2, 1. Okay, got that. Where's the other one? This one. This one.
Wow!
That.
He's a really awesome shooter!
If you could see through the eyes of an Adeptus, you wouldn't be so surprised.
Okay. Oh, 2.5 minutes left. Just to finish this off. Yep. 4 targets left. Okay, get up there. Don't you dare give me a hard time. Alright, time remaining. 3 targets left.
Next on the agenda...
Got it! Got it! Cryo bow character.
We've completed the task.
Uh-huh. Being Adeptus is not easy. Perhaps I'd make a good
agree.
Adeptus.
You possess many qualities similar to those of Adepti, despite having none of their blood.
Ganyu, what were you planning to do once your training was over?
The training's not over yet. The part prepared by Cloud Retainer is only the first trial.
The rest you have to do on your own.
Huh? So there are more trials prepared by other Adepti?
Moogover? Mountain Shaper?
The only Adeptus who can unlock my true potential is
Yourself.
Who is it?
Conqueror of Demons.
You?
Huh. So it's Shell. That cold-hearted loner?
I found him unapproachable at first, too. But I believe that being able to face him is an important part of my homecoming.
Uh-huh.
He's already waiting for me. Come along if you're interested.
Conqueror of Demons. And you happen to have the horns for it.
Of course we are.
Okay. There you are!
half an hour late. I see you still haven't abandoned the wrongful ways of humankind.
Really? You call it being late wrongful ways?
I'm sorry. I had a meeting with Cloud Retainer. I
don't need your explanations and don't require any mutual understanding between us. I'm just helping you with your training.
You're
That's
late.
all.
You're late. Also, I'm not gonna hear anything, so I'm just gonna crap on you even more.
Xiao is such a strict teacher.
Strict teachers offer punishment, so...
You're neither an Adeptus nor a
Ganyu is
human.
much older than
Always
Xiao
treading the line
BTW.
between the two worlds. It
Hmm.
must create a lot of confusion.
Like being a goddamn double agent, playing both sides of the same coin at the same time.
Instead of explaining yourself to me, you should face your true self.
Which is?
I have nothing to hide.
She's like 1,000 years older.
Seems that I shall understand Ganyu well... Okay.
The body and the mind are one. If something worries your mind, your body can help you find a solution. The trial I've prepared for you will explore the true potential of your body.
Yes. I'm ready.
Okay.
The trial's begun. Paimon can feel it in the air. Even the weather's changed.
Dang.
Boring. The transport coordinators will probably moan about the muddy mountain roads again, though.
What?
Come on! Focus! Born of ice and frost. No touching.
Come on, Ganyu hits hard. She hits super hard. Oh crap, I gotta actually keep them from destroying the thing. Okay, keep... There we go, got you.
Access denied. No touching.
Come on. It's getting hard.
Glaze over.
Ooh. Ooh, frozen icicles.
We're way behind. Sacred name. Fortune preserver.
Where's that? There we go. Dang, Ganyu hits hard. Ow! Oh crap! Oh crap!
Access denied.
Crap. Oh crap!
Didn't see
Oh, it's that last part, isn't it?
A few moments later.
Yeah. Now these.
No touching. Access denied. All hail.
I'll hail the ice ball that rains hail. There we go. Oh crap, there's more of them.
No touching. Access denied.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Born of ice and frost.
I'm gonna save the last ultimate for the last one. There we go, alright. Just 4 more.
This is long overdue.
Alright, 5 left. There's one over there.
Access denied. No touching.
Indeed, access denied. Oh, yeah. That's how it is. Okay, there we go. That's how you do it.
I'm always watching.
Where'd you go? Oh, you went.
Glaze over.
17%! Last one I gotta kill! There we go! Oh, I did it. On the first try. Even though I had a lot of low health, I still did it.
I've completed your trial.
Oh wait. Is the audio still cutting out, Patrick?
You don't have to report back to me. Seeking other people's validation won't benefit your training.
She just said she's finished the trial. She's not looking for validation. If anything, you're the one who thinks she's looking for validation, so... Are you looking for validation?
Only you can evaluate the result of this trial. You'll progress faster that way.
Did we ask for you to evaluate?
Understood.
The setup is just bad compared to the other one you used for Mario Kart.
Mario Kart, I used OBS for...
From tomorrow on, I'll start raising the difficulty of your training, so you'll have...
Damn it, that's not gonna work. She'll probably screw up. And then she'll probably expect more praise. Then again, who am I kidding?
Have to do what?
Another one of those pesky visitors.
Really? So humans are allowed into the Adeptile area, but somehow what?
I'll leave him to you, Ganyu. It's also a part of your training.
The human part?
Visitor? So even here, there are those that Xiao can't deal with?
I'm pretty sure there are people that anyone couldn't deal with, so Xiao is no exception. And concerning the fact that Xiao is a pesky teacher...
Oh heavens! Blessed be Rex Lapis! I've finally come upon the Adepti. Are all of you the Adepti of this mountain?
No, only Ganyu, or Xiao.
Great! My name's Sin Chung. I came to ask for your merciful blessings, O Adepti. I beg of you, please grant me luck, wealth, and a good career.
And Traver's like, oh damn it, not this again.
Oh, so it's a pilgrim.
Such a materialist.
I am also one of the Adepti. You can say that I'm an Adeptus in training.
Oh god, you're one of those followers that can't do anything for their life, so you have to look out for other people to tell you what to do.
Perfect. I didn't come in vain then. Although you sound a bit half-hearted. Doesn't matter. What blessings can you grant me?
Get to work.
Wow, straight to the point, huh?
Yes.
Dear pilgrim, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. Adepti don't help every pilgrim for free.
For free? Do you mean that you charge people for the blessings of the Adepti?
Ooh, now we're going Martin Luther all over this.
That's not what I meant. What I'm trying to say is that everything should be earned through hard work and earnest living.
Should. But is it? There are some people who do work hard but don't get as much as those who didn't. So is that really fair? That brings up the concept of fairness at this point.
It would be unfair to other people if you got everything you wanted for no reason.
Hold on. I've heard this all before. You're just like my old man, always nagging me.
Your father must have experienced it firsthand. The lives of the common folk are riddled with hardships, but are also full of joy. A person of your age should focus on work and family, instead of chasing after fairy tales.
Says the person who might be originated from said fairy tales.
Are you a real Adeptus? Why do you speak and behave like us city folk?
Because she's trying to retain her humanity while also playing the role of an Adeptus.
You sure you're not one of those swindlers who poses an Adeptus to cheat people out of their money?
You can't take criticism.
Enough. Doesn't matter if you're a real Adeptus or not. You're useless. I'm leaving.
Nobody's stopping you. Ganyu, don't let that guy ruin your mood.
Because he looks up to you, but he doesn't want to hear an earthly thing.
It's not his behavior. The things he said... He was right. I thought that coming back to Jueyun Karst and devoting myself to training would make me feel like an Adeptus, but being questioned by him made me realize that I
You're better off sticking with your human side.
But I'm unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. As an Adeptus,
We told you it was a misunderstanding.
It's true! Just believe...
alright. I'll go with you to Liyue Harbor. That said, if I'm proven right, I'll return to Jueyun Karst once again.
It's a step in the right direction. Let's go!
Okay. Bling!
The sound of the waves in this familiar port.
The sound of the sea from the port.
The smell of the sea breeze makes me nostalgic.
Ganyu, you didn't leave Liyue for that long. Why do you look so moved?
Because she took what that random guy who didn't care about anything said to heart, and now she's taking everything serious.
Well, I used to be so busy. I haven't taken a stroll around here in a long time.
That's true.
Well, when I think about my time here, I've spent most of it behind a desk filing documents. It put me in a certain mood, similar to the one I felt during my training in Jueyun Karst.
Is that... It is! It's Lady Ganyu. I wouldn't have thought I'd meet you here. You were always so terribly busy.
Uncle Tian.
Lady Ganyu? Why are you calling her that?
It's a bit awkward, but...
Allow me to introduce Uncle Tian. He is...
That's alright. Just tell them the truth. They have done so much for Liyue after...
Uncle Tian is a member of the Liyue Chiefs.
There's a bit of a translation error there.
Wait, where? Where's the translation error here, Patrick? So I can,
In every other language, the old man refers to her as Big Sis or Ganyu.
But somehow the option here was Little Miss.
For some reason the English version changed it to Lady Ganyu.
Okay.
What? This grandpa is a member of the Qixing?
The
same rank as Ningguang?
Maybe.
Hush now. I must ask for your discretion concerning my identity.
Yeah, stop telling everyone I'm a higher up.
Fishing in the port and strolling about are the greatest pleasures of my life. I have no wish to be followed around by those armed guards.
Yeah, 'cause yeah, screw it.
In most people's eyes, I'm just a forgetful and wordy old man.
Yeah, that in one way that is somehow true freedom, to express what you say and not be followed around by armed guards.
Uncle Tian is too modest. He's been around for a long time. There's no one who can replace a person of such noble character.
Don't judge a book by its cover, they say. Also, the idea that there are some people who are higher up without armed guards, I don't know. I guess that's one lifestyle you could get in behind.
What an honor to receive such high praise from Lady Ganyu herself. I guess I must have done something right over the last, however many decades.
Also, I'm old. Damn it. I'm like Joseph Joestar from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
Uncle Tian, please. A person of your standing should really stop calling me Lady Ganyu.
I wonder if in the Chinese version it says Big Sister Ganyu, so I guess that's also the translation error here as well.
My apologies. It's not intentional, just a habit from my younger days.
I really wonder what the translation error behind that is.
Thank you for looking after me when I first ascended to my position in the Qixing.
Oh, so you've been friends for many decades now, huh?
Oh, I was just fulfilling my duties as the Qixing secretary. It's nothing worthy of your gratitude.
Talking about secretaries... I don't know if I should bring it up. Ganyu, I believe you know my daughter, Huixin. She seems to be a bit troubled recently.
Another filler quest?
Yes, she works at Yuehai Pavilion and she's my junior.
I don't know myself, really. She's all grown up now and doesn't like to ask for my help. May I trouble you to meet her at Yuehai Pavilion? She just needs a bit of guidance.
Okay.
With pleasure. Solving the Qixing's problems has always been in my job description.
She's back in character. Just like that, huh?
As expected, he's actually helping Ganyu.
Let's move then. To Yuhai Pavilion.
Okay. Let's go from one place to the next. Go here, go there, everywhere. Anyways, we're here now.
I don't know why, but seeing you brings me a sense of peace in these chaotic times.
Why? How much chaos have you dealt with to see peace in Ganyu?
Indeed, it has been a while, Huixin. I'm flattered, but aren't you exaggerating a little? I heard that you've encountered some problems and came to see if I could...
My father asked you to come, didn't he?
Yes, and the fact that you're disappointed in him for saying that proves that you should be more disappointed in yourself for saying that, considering the fact that he said that you have a hard time for asking for help, so pride cometh before a fall.
Abusing his status as a member of the Qixing to trouble you.
Or you?
Don't worry. I'm always happy to help.
Ganyu's not only a competent secretary, but also a great mentor.
So, what can you tell me about the problem?
Well...
Where should I start? I discovered something strange while organizing tax records.
Someone didn't file their taxes? Should I blame Sam for this one?
There are obvious irregularities in the tax declarations of 2 stores, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique. Without any evidence, my hands are tied.
Damn it, lawyer time.
I see. It's not uncommon for merchants to be blinded by greed.
Well, is there any solution you can advise?
Naturally. I've dealt with similar issues hundreds of times. Give me a moment to consider the best approach in this scenario.
That's 1,000 years of work experience for you.
Right? Let's approach it this way, then. Your enemy knows you best.
Who's the enemy in this case?
Huh?
If I remember correctly, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique are old business rivals, competing for market share due to their similar wares.
So the businesses are enemies to each other?
In that case... I know what you mean, Miss Ganyu.
So you have to you want them to expose each other?
Exactly. Let's start with Wanyo Boutique.
Yes, you're right.
So we gotta get them to expose each other.
Aha, we meet again, traveler.
Yes.
I suppose you're about...
That won't be necessary, Mr. Bolai. Wanyo Boutique's credit is not sufficient to accept orders directly from you. Should we need to place such an order, we would certainly go to Second Life.
What? Second Life? Ugh. That rascal Dongsheng. He's stealing all of my customers.
Well, Second Life's credit has always been excellent, and based on their tax records, their business is thriving.
Tax records?
Huh. Is there anything you...
Don't let that rascal fool you. I know his dirty tricks best. If you don't believe me, show me his tax records. I'm sure I'll find something fishy in there.
You know Second Life's business so...
Of course. Ugh, their every transaction makes my blood boil. I'd rather lose money myself than see that rascal make some.
Is that how competitors behave?
Well then, please look over this tax record. We'll review Second Life's credit based on your observations.
Oh, of course. Line by line.
Take some time to examine Second Life's tax record.
Ah, here. That exquisite wooden furniture set he bought from Fanmu Carpenters at the beginning of the year. Look at the tax record. Not a word about that furniture. And he kept all the profit for himself.
I see. He must have gotten rid of all the documents.
I told you so. Just as I expected. Ugh, I can't wait to watch him squirm.
Oh god, it's actually an MMO. When your first life failed you.
But, Ms. Ganyu, despite all this, can't he just flat out deny ever making this transaction?
He might have destroyed all the evidence, but I believe the supplier, Fanmu Carpenters...
Aha, you're right. Master Lu from Fanmu Carpenters...
I hope so. Let's go to Fanmu Carpenters. Thank you for shining a light on this case.
Oh, please, that's nothing.
I'm afraid I can't go to Qingsa Village.
It's all right, Wei Xin. You can stay. Oh, that's so considerate of you.
Done! Going to Genshin. Alright, you got the goods.
Ah, welcome, welcome. How can an old carpenter like me help you?
I need an invoice, because I'm trying to expose tax fraud.
I'm usually happy to take new apprentices, but I'm afraid I can't take too many.
Kingsa really is full of lonely old people.
Yes, I'm pretty sure there are plenty of places in China that has had so many, not urban, rural areas with lonely old people.
Hey, I heard that. Flying one?
Flying one. Paimon the Flying One.
Paimon's sorry.
Master Lu, we've just come to see you and ask you some questions.
Don't worry, I know. You're from the Yuehai Pavilion. Why would the Qixing care about an old man like me?
You're very direct, Master Lu. Dongsheng bought some furniture from you at the beginning of the year. Do you...
Oh, it's about Second Life.
Sure enough, Mr. Balai was right. Could we perhaps borrow that invoice?
Of course, but I'm not so...
Do I have to get something else?
I only do my woodwork and display finished wares here. As for old documents and such, But some troublemakers have recently moved there, invading. Since you need that invoice anyway, it may be better...
So that's what happened.
I'll leave
So I gotta go fetch quest! You go get the invoice, so I can prove tax evasion. Dang it. Also, I gotta take a break in a bit.
Warehouse, find the invoice. Time for us to show our stuff in a fight.
Wait,
pretty much.
I think I saw one of those troublemakers.
Oh, Paimon sees them too. It's one of the Fatui.
What is he trying to do?
They must be plotting something against Liyue Harbor.
Maybe they're the scoundrels who invaded Master Lu's warehouse.
Can we observe him for a while
Ever
first?
since Osial attacked the harbor, the Fatui's reputation in Liyue has reached rock bottom. We won't cause a serious diplomatic crisis by getting into some small scuffle with the Fatui within our borders.
Why not? I do it all the time.
Besides, I can already feel their malicious intentions. Consider my intuition as the secretary of the Qixing.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go teach him a lesson.
Ganyu's like, let's not fight them within our borders. Paimon's like, never mind, let's fight them within our borders. Alright, you, get over here.
One of them killed.
Got one of them killed. Get over here. You ice conjurer.
Rumble apart.
Yeah, get him. Alright, Patrick, you might want to do something about that, because Cobra X. There you go.
I think you've had enough. About time you tell us your plan. No?
Plan? What plan?
We just taught you a lesson, but clearly you weren't paying attention. If you don't spill whatever you're we'll be forced to use harsher methods.
There we go. I think we were harsh enough.
I'm telling the truth. There's no scheme.
If you're telling the truth, then why would you, a member of the Fatui, suddenly appear—
Fine. If you really want to know, then, well, I was about to.
About to...
Pick berries over there.
I must admit, I didn't expect you to come up with such a silly
It's not an excuse. I rarely have a free morning, and I heard that there were fresh berries in this area. Think about it. I'm here alone, and Qingsa Village is nothing more than a retirement spot for old people. What could I be scheming anyway?
Why don't you move into the very warehouse where important documents are being contained?
He's looking at us.
So you have nothing to do with the occupation of Fanmu Carpenter?
Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse? I swear, I only came here to pick berries. That's all.
So it wasn't the Fatui who took over Master Lu's
blamed for
warehouse
nothing.
after all.
I misjudged the situation and offended you. Our exchange only represents my personal views. If you wish it so, you can file a complaint to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
God.
Exchange?
Exchange.
This woman, She's clearly aware that the Ministry of Civil Affairs wouldn't side with us for Tui.
Yes, precisely. As an alternative, you may try to solve this problem with force once again.
You can't file a complaint and you can't do it with force, so now what?
I'm on Zen.
Darn you. How can you wear that solemn face while bullying me like this?
What's your choice then?
I'll get back to my berries.
Okay, good choice.
What a bittersweet ending.
We had to handle them, but they were out.
I made a laughingstock out of myself. I might have spent too much time away from work. My intuition is not as accurate as it used to be.
I'm rusty. I've been away from work for too long.
No worries. It's always nice to teach the Fatui a lesson.
Let's keep moving towards Master.
So
God.
this is the warehouse.
Seems
like those troublemakers were nothing more than a few hair churls. Let's show them what we got.
One eternity later.
All clear.
So,
Let's look around for the
free up until the point of boost. No, so-called free game.
This one is an invoice from One Min Restaurant.
Oh.
Some dining tables and chairs.
No.
That's not it.
That's not it. But where is it? Ooh.
This one is Wangsheng Funeral Parlors. Oh, so they make coffins too. This one is Second Lives.
There it is.
We finally found it.
I know you mean about, like, technically not free. Because I was also doing Mario Kart the other day. I don't know if you want to join in after all that.
Rushing about.
I promise to help you, and I'll keep my word. Look, it's the invoice for the transaction between Second Life and Fanmu Carpenters.
God, I gotta change my clothes after all this.
Thank you so much. Now we can solve this problem.
Agreed. How about we go to Second Life?
I mean the Switch. Lol. Yeah, the Switch. You. Look like what would I like to buy? So about those tax records. Isn't it shown from using Pavilion? I remember you.
I told you that all of my transactions are included in the record.
I have a Pro Controller. You've seen it. It's a black one. You get one.
I do hope that my business won't be affected by any groundless accusations.
Groundless accusations? Mr. Dongsheng, you seem very sure of yourself, but I sincerely advise that you cease this behavior immediately. It is liable to affect the fine you'll need to pay in the end.
No. I'm an honest merchant. I would never get involved with any fraudulent sources of profit.
Haven't I made myself clear?
The IRS is here.
Proven guilty of tax evasion.
The IRS is here.
If you'd confess.
What? Proven guilty? How come?
The only time I use.
Absolutely absurd.
Alright.
Talking without rhyme or reason must be crumbling under Ganyu's pressure. Time for the finishing blow.
What finishing blow?
Mr. Dongsheng, can you tell me what this is?
It's an invoice from Fanmu Carpenters. I'm Master Lu. I didn't.
Do you admit to tax evasion? This transaction was absent from the tax record.
I didn't think you'd find out. I didn't leave a single trace.
Yeah, well, there's always going to be a trace somewhere.
Indeed. We wouldn't have found out if it weren't for Mr. Boalai's aid.
Boalai? That imp from Wanyo Boutique? So he told on me behind my... He's got his own share of dirty laundry.
Oh? Mr. Dongsheng, I'd like to hear a little more about this dirty laundry. Would you care to elaborate?
Really? Now we gotta expose Wanyu's boutique tax machinations.
I don't think you'll need my guidance for what comes next.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Ganyu.
Do we have to look for more evidence?
That's good.
I must say, you're truly impressive, Ms. Ganyu.
Is it really impressive when it's possible that... How the hell could you have known that each business owner would have had dirt on the other?
Your enemy knows you best. To think, you came up with this plan and executed it so masterfully.
What about the dirt on the other guy?
It's actually one of your father's. The Tianshu's old tricks. I just took some inspiration from it.
My father?
Pitting your opponent against their enemies and watching them drag each other down from an advantageous position, that's how Uncle Tien managed to keep his position in the Qixing secure for so many years.
Yeah, because he kept everybody fighting each other and never having to worry about having armed guards around him because he knew that all his enemies would fight each other.
I figured that as Uncle Tien's daughter, you'd naturally grasp your father's strategies.
Pit people against each other. While walking away scot-free.
So, I decided to use one of your father's tricks and play it out for you to see.
I can see it now. Clearly, I still have a lot to learn about. I'm really grateful, Ms. Ganyu. You're the kindest mentor I've ever had.
Ganyu solved both Huixin's work and family problems.
Oh, you've helped me so much. You must allow me to repay your kindness.
Okay.
That's not necessary. No.
Then let me treat you to a meal. The Traveler and Paimon are invited as well. I appreciate your help.
Okay. Well, if I can't give you money, I'll take you out to the restaurant.
Alright, come on, Ganyu. Just say yes. Let's eat.
Let's wait for Ganyu's
If it's
decision.
just a meal, there's no reason for me to decline. It'll be my pleasure, Huixin.
You just can't say no to food.
Actually, I've already booked Senor Kiosk.
I need... All right. We dare not refuse such generosity.
Okay. Never mind. I bought everything. Now, here's the part where we go to a restaurant and eat.
Miss Ganyu, thank you for accepting my invitation.
Sure.
That's so kind of you, Huixin. You went to great lengths to organize this.
Truth be told, apart from thanking you for all the help, there's something I'd like to tell you.
There's something I'd like to tell you, Cliché.
Oh? If there's anything I can help you...
Oh, no, I don't really need help.
With pleasure.
Fine.
When I was a little girl, my father used to tell me many stories about you, Miss Ganyu. Even though I have the utmost respect for my father, I always admired how gentle and reliable you are.
Because you're over 1,000 years old.
I've only decided to join the Yuhai Pavilion staff because I've always looked up to you.
I didn't know that you think so highly of me.
However, in reality, working at the Yuhai Pavilion turned out to be an arduous task. I can't compare myself to such an outstanding secretary like you. I often doubt myself as a result.
Because you have unrealistic expectations when comparing yourself to others, especially Ganyu.
I disagree. You're a great secretary in your own right.
Over the years, I became a mother, too.
So Uncle Tien is a grandpa.
So Uncle is also a grandpa. Please and thank you.
Influenced by my youthful ideals, she followed my footsteps. And
also, I kind of want to go back to the idea about Uncle Tien as a grandpa.
At first, I was worried about her. It's not an easy job, after all. To tell the truth, I'm still unsure if she's capable enough.
But that was funny what Paimon said.
But after all that happened this time, I've made up my mind to support her choice.
Yeah, at least if you want to comment on what Paimon is saying or anything in the game, that's fine.
So, what made you change your mind?
The fact that she'll have you, Ms. Ganyu, as her senior colleague.
3 generations of colleagues from the same person.
You'll help her, gentle as always, and tell her your mom used to do it like that. It'd be such a beautiful moment. If it's not too much to ask for, she might still need your guidance in 20+ years, too.
Damn it! How old am I?
Huixin, I never thought that I meant so much to you.
Just like when you showed me my father's trick. Having you as their witness.
Phrasing. What do you mean phrasing? What do you mean by phrasing?
Witness. It's true that I've witnessed thousands of years of Liyue Harbor's history. All the changes it's gone through. the stories of its people.
People are special.
But I've always regarded it as nothing more than the source of my loneliness. Huixin, you don't know how important those words are to me.
Okay.
You've made me realize that I share another connection with the people of Liyue Harbor. Apart from my contract with Rex Lapis, they rely on me, accept me, and long for me to bear witness to their stories.
Of course. You're irreplaceable to us.
You're irreplaceable. God, it reminds me of Rick from Rick and Morty from near the end of the Fear Hole episode.
That's right. That's why I can't disappoint you.
Yeah, because she's afraid that you'd never say that.
Hooray! Ganyu's finally cheered up.
Now she can go back to work and have another reason to fit in with everybody despite feeling actually different.
Even if I've really been supplanted, I wish to fight for my place.
Even though I've been brought down to humanity, I'm still gonna somehow, be part of humanity.
I won't let you down. I'm going to fulfill my contract and keep working as the Qixing secretary.
I told you you haven't been fired, it's a misunderstanding.
Regardless, I'll go back and see for myself.
Okay.
I'm afraid that it might have all become a mess during my absence.
Okay.
No time to waste. Let's get back to work.
And there's no time to waste. Let's go!
Good luck, Miss Ganyu.
Why does everybody have that frickin' superhero cliche moment in this game?
We're leaving already? Paimon's still hungry.
I'm still hungry. And I'm stewing in my own juices, trying to finish up this, get ready for work. Alright, are you gonna still say Ganyu's elsewhere? Now it all ties up. It ends as it started.
Baisha, are you okay? Look who's back.
Oh.
And Garnetzx,
You even
I
have
have
enough
a game
time for
for you
leisure?
to play.
It
It's like
seems you three
Genshin,
are a
but it's so
suitable
different
replacement
from
for me
Genshin.
after all.
Not at all. We've been working for too long. If we didn't take a break...
We wouldn't have survived long enough to see you again, Miss Ganyu.
We were so overworked. We were so glad you came back in. I wonder if that's how everybody at work sees me when I show up to work.
Miss Ganyu, we've missed you.
Frog Honkai Star
So
Rail.
kind of you all.
Okay,
Even we only
sorry.
met once.
I'll keep that in mind.
We've
Chris.
been praying day and night for you to return and take over your duties again.
To us, you're like an adeptus coming down to the human world to save all life.
The way you said that makes me wonder if that's really a superhero thing.
Forget all our envious complaints from before. Just free us from this strenuous work, please.
Next time, don't make any more envious complaints.
All right, I see. Please divide the matters at hand into government affairs, business affairs, and civil affairs. Mark out the tasks that haven't been started, and those that are in progress. I'll take care of the rest.
Of course. We'll do it right up.
Oh, finally. We're saved.
Finally, we don't have to do a 4-person job by ourselves.
Yes, there's one more thing.
What
I'd
is
like
it?
to earnestly thank you, Traveler. If it weren't for your companionship, I would still be embroiled in my inner conflict right now. To think that I'd gained a human friend outside of work. It makes me happier than I could have imagined. I'd like to repay you when I'm done with the work at hand. What would you say if I accompanied you on one of your trips?
Are you gonna join me in my party?
Sure, but are you ever done with work?
Let's cross that bridge when we come to it.
Right. Am I done the story quest? Dear people, Act 1. Ah, finally! Do I have anything for purple stuff? No, I don't have anything for characters. Blue stuff? Or no, should I go straight for purple stuff? I wanna go straight for purple stuff. Do I have enough for purple stuff? One more for purple. Okay. And I have at least one more primo gem for purple. Alright. Is it gonna work? Or am I gonna go crying on the stream again? Please? One of these characters, maybe, I don't know. I'll be fine with Ningguang, who knows? Or Kirara. Oh god, Kirara. Navia, please. Let me have one. Let me have one. Purple. One purple. If I see a purple weapon, I will automatically know I did not get it. Blue. 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 No. Ah! Wait! How? Who? Kaveh!
Where's my key?
You lost your key. A renowned architect from Sumeru perhaps care a bit too much about too many things. He's an aesthete troubled by reality. Ooh, he's as tall as Nouvelette. Kaveh. Kaveh. Who the hell is Kaveh?